morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Soy, your new morning show where real talk happens every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing in the cafe? Are you ready for some hot and steamy conversation this morning? What you drinking on? What you sipping on? Caramel macchiato? That's my favorite beverage right there. That's how I get my day started. Hot and steamy.
My mother and I had a fantastic relationship.
This is Steven, and I just wanted to share.
You should always be in a place where you're celebrated. Life is too short to stay somewhere and tolerate it.
If you cannot help a person, don't hurt them, especially the women. Soy's just whole essence is to bring out the best in other people.
Something that touches other people, and that's what your show does. It doesn't. It's not just conversation as you started. It actually has a purpose.
Well, alrighty. Happy Saturday, folks, and good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Soy, your new morning show where real talk happens every Saturday at 10 a.m. It's your girl Soy bringing you stimulating conversation to the Brew Nation. It's always a joyous occasion here in the cafe. Think on it, drink on it, let's talk now. So what you want to talk about today? What you want to talk about, folks? What you want to talk about? Well, last week we started talking about identifying selfish people, in your relationship, in your social circle, wherever they are. But I think we covered it. So if you missed that segment, you might want to go back and check it out. I think we covered looking at some personality traits, social behaviors that would identify this selfish person, in your relationship. And at the end of that segment, we did a quick little test. And that test identified if you were that selfish person in the relationship. We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that. It was a good time. So thanks all of you who tuned in. But we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it moving. Good morning, Colina. I see you out there with me on Facebook. Good morning. I hope you have your favorite morning beverage in hand and ready for some coffee talk. Ready for some coffee talk. These affirmations, and I generally do it every day, and I'm going to start sharing them on social media, and the reason why I do these affirmations is because I think that I believe in encouraging yourself, especially right now where some of us don't have a house full of people. We may not even have a lot of people in our social circle because of COVID. And so that support system that you normally may have right close within you, it may extend through FaceTime. It may extend through Zoom. You may not have that person right there in front of you. So baby, I believe in encouraging yourself. So I've been doing these I am affirmations, and I'm going to start sharing them. I mean that they're powerful. And since there's strength in numbers, I think that if we all do it, we may see an immediate effect of it, right? So sometimes you just got to encourage yourself. You got to fake it till you make it, right? And so y'all look out for my I am confirmations. I'm going to start posting them coming up next week. So today I'm going to share with you my I am confirmation is I am who I am because of him. And that is inspired by one of my favorite verses. Greater is he that is in me that is in the world. Because I'm going to tell you, like a couple of times in the past few weeks, I've had to dig deep to find something greater in me. I had to rise above a couple of situations, and I had to say that. And thing about it is, so just look at it this way. Sometimes you kind of got to dig deep to find the root to the problem. Sometimes you got to dig deep to find the appropriate way to handle something, because you may want to handle it a certain way, but you kind of got to sit back, reflect, and dig deep. And I found that when I did that, as challenging as it was, not that it's easy, as challenging as it was, I was very satisfied with the outcome. So that's what I'm going to say. Greater is he that is in me that is in the world. And that gave me the courage, the confidence to do what I needed to do. And I was satisfied with the result. So, good morning, Rochella. Rochella is hanging out with us in the cafe this morning. What you sipping on, girl? Colina, what y'all sipping on? What y'all sipping on, my Facebook fans? What y'all sipping on? I'm out of caramel macchiato, so that's not what I have this morning. I just threw something together. But speaking of throwing something together, let me give my espresso shout out this morning to Dell B. Angels. She's been on the show talking about a campaign that she's doing to help empower and support and clothe and encourage and bring resources to the young women, young girls, I think the ages 13 to 17 that she has in her group home. So she has come up with a coffee campaign. There'll Be Angels is what it's called. They're also on the page, and I'll post them in this feed so y'all have it. But you purchase coffee and the proceeds go to those kids. So I just want to say I was in her shop last week, had an amazing cup of coffee. I mean, it gave me life. It was so good I sipped it slow, but it was a great cup. And shout out to her for what she's doing. So that is one of my espresso shout outs today. The other one goes to, hope you can see it right here, Cartier, you all. Fashionable clothing come out of DC, Maryland area. My godson, this is his brand, Cartier. And they have, I'm telling you, I put this hoodie on this morning, and I was very impressed with the quality of it. The quality is good. The fabric is good. I feel nice and warm. It's a good fit. It's good thick material. So he has a lot of other products too, t-shirts, hats, sweat gear. So y'all check them out, Cartier. The website is trusttheprocesstm.com. Trusttheprocesstm.com for more fashionable clothing. That is my espresso shout out to those out there doing some great things in the community. So thank you. Y'all support them. All right, y'all support them. All right, so let's get into our topic this morning. As we flow into this holiday season, as we flow out, as we flow out of this year. I mean, 2020 has been crazy, right? 2020 has been crazy, but I think it's ending well. We're gonna have a new president. Shout out to that. Shout out to everybody who came up and voted. I mean, I was just so, I think I actually got teary-eyed just seeing how the power that we have when we come together. When I look at our race as African American people, and we can be very destructive, piss us off, and you're going to see mayhem. But when we take that same energy, right, and put it toward a cause where we are focused and we have a direction and we have a goal, you see change. And that's what happened when we all came out and voted. We're almost done. Here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, we have another challenge coming up early next year. We're going to be voting again, and we want to vote for our Democratic. That's right. We want to vote for our Democratic officers who are running, so we can change. We can make change. Not only changing Georgia blue, but changing the Senate blue as well. So yeah, make sure that if you are in the state of Georgia, you are out there and you are voting. You are voting for those Democratic parties who are going to fill those 2 Senate seats. Okay. All right. So now that I have been sharing, good morning, Terry. I see you out there. I see you, T. Thanks for hanging out with me. You know what? I'm gonna do something real quick. I want, if I can get my producer to type in our website, CoffeeTalkwithSoy.com. I want you all to go there today and go to that contact us. And I want y'all to share your experience on the show. CoffeeTalkwithSoy.com. Go to the contact us form and share your experience about how you like the show. Okay. I know there's some of you who hang out with me weekly, and I appreciate that. But I would like to see your comments on our website. So do that for me. Do that for your girl. If you really love me, you go to the website. Go to the website. All right. Share, share, share. Sharing is caring. That's what they say. So please do that. All right. Here we go, y'all. So last week we started talking about that that selfish person. And this week we are going to assist you in sharing how to deal with a selfish person. Now, let me just say this before I get into this. I honestly believe that we all are who we are right now, today, November the 21st at 10:11 Eastern Time. We all are who we are because we are the sum of our life experiences. Whatever that has been for you, whatever that has been, good, bad, or indifferent, we all are who we are right now today because of what we experience. Now, that experience could have been your own personal experience you lived through. It could have been the experience of what you saw or what you heard. And that's me. I feel like I ain't got to go through it. You say it happened. Okay, cool. I'm with it. I ain't trying to do that. If you say it happened, hey, I ain't trying to have that. I ain't trying to do it. But that's my experience, right? I'm going to borrow yours. And if you said it was bad, shit, it's bad, you know? And if it worked out well for you and I see that it worked out well, then I may jump on that train and do it. So that's how I look at that. So we all are where we are because of our experiences, right? Now, sometimes people are selfish because of their experience, right? Not saying that they're not kind, not saying that they're not nice people, but sometimes it is a challenge for them to be selfless because of their experiences. So as you hear the content that I'm going to share this morning, and you decide to practice it to make a change in your relationship, you don't have to go about it in a harsh way, because people sometimes are not trying to be selfish as a way to hurt you. Sometimes they're being selfish as a way to protect themselves. So think about that. Think about that as you approach this. And always approach things with a conversation. Approach them with a conversation. Good morning, Curtis Washington. Thank you for hanging out with me on Facebook. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. All right, so here we go. One of the first things that when I started doing this research and I started looking up ways that we can figure out how to deal with people, selfish people in a relationship. And this is not only in a spousal situation. You may have selfish people in your home, selfish family members, selfish girlfriends or guy friends. And I think that all of this is applicable in terms of dealing with those kinds of people. So first thing you want to do is accept that they have no regard for others. You know, accept that they're selfish. Okay, accept that. You know, accept it. So then now you can try to figure out how to deal with it. How do you make them aware? How do you coexist, you know, with them if need be? How do you do that? So you want to accept that they have no regard for others, right? They have no regard for others. Sometimes they don't even know it, that they're so self-centered. So accept that, right? So that you're not upset about it. It's them. It's their experience. It's nothing to do with you. So accept that it is them. It's them, all right? But in accepting that, you don't want to let them dominate everything all the time, right? You don't want them to dominate everything all the time. So what I would say to that, number two, is make sure that you take care of yourself, right? And give yourself the attention that you deserve. Selfish people are emotional pirates. They crave for your attention, but don't give you any. To avoid being wrung dry of emotions, give yourself the attention you've been giving the emotional pirate. For example, for example, if there is physical, if you are uncomfortable about how you look, your appearance, right? And you want to improve that, do that for yourself. Because, this selfish person will probably not give you the time and attention you need to fix you. So you may have to do that. So if you want to improve yourself, you need to take time out of your relationship because you want to go walking, or you may want to step away from your relationship because you want to change your diet. So give yourself your time and attention you need to improve you. If you don't want to eat meat and they eat meat, then you stop eating meat. If you want to, put more time into your appearance, do that. More time into your business, then do that. But do this with the conversation, y'all. I'm not saying just hastily do this. Do this with the conversation. We'll talk later about how to initiate that conversation. But these are some things that you definitely want to start putting on your to-do list. Give yourself the attention you deserve, okay? The third thing is to stay true to yourself. Don't stoop to their level. Stay true to yourself. Don't stoop to your level. Selfish people often have tantrums when they can't have their way, like kids, right? And that's what it is. It's emotional insecurity, right? It's emotional immaturity. So a lot of times they have tantrums when they can't get their way. Sometimes the tantrums are loud, where they're vocal with it. Sometimes it's a silent tantrum where they want to stop talking to you, right? They want to stop talking to you and shut you out because they're upset. Don't stoop to their level. Don't allow them to push your buttons and make you feel like you want to pull your hair out, or make you feel guilty about taking care of yourself. Don't play that game with them. Don't let them engage you into that behavior. It is beneath you. Be true to yourself. Do not stoop to their level. Hold your position in taking care of yourself against this selfish person. Remember, they're going to have a tantrum. They may be angry. They may be upset. It's okay. Take care of yourself. Stay true to yourself. Don't stoop to their level. All right. Y'all got it? Y'all hanging with me? All right. I told you to have your pad and pen. Have your pad and pen ready. And for those of you who are just chiming in, share this post right now. Share. We giving up some good stuff. We trying to bring some people out of some crazy situations and in this crazy 2020 year on a good note. So share. Sharing is caring. Okay, here we go. All right, so number four. Y'all with me? Number 4. Let me see you type in number 4 if you with me. I done gave 3 good tips already. Number 4. Here we go. Remind them that the world does not revolve around them, right? Because they can be self-absorbed, right? They can be self-absorbed in their own world. And a self-absorbed person may be so caught up in himself or herself that they forget to consider your feelings. Let me think of an example of that. Y'all about to see it, because as we approach this holiday season now with Thanksgiving and holidays, and for those of you who have kids and you have blended families and you're trying to decide who's going to go where, whether you're going to go to his house or his family's house or her family house, or whether they're going to come to your home. And then with this COVID thing, I know it's going to be challenging, y'all, just in trying to keep the circles small and identifying who could come, because people going to be in their feelings that they're not the ones on the list, right? Everyone's not going to be able to make the invite list. And you guys may have to sit and talk about that. But then again, if this selfish person who's always thinking about them and their family and their way, that may be something that may cause kick up some ill feelings, or make strike an argument as y'all begin to talk about and identify who's going to be on the list. But the world does not revolve around that person, your partner, and their family and what's important to them. So, y'all gonna have to talk these things out, and I always provide you with a some support. So we have counselors on hand that are fans of the show, that support the show. And after this commercial, I'm gonna come back and drop that information in here for you to have a place to go to talk about these things. And then we're gonna I'm gonna share those next 5 tips to you on how to deal with this selfish person in your relationship. All right, y'all hang tight for this quick commercial, and I'll be right back.
Have you heard? Sponsorships are requested. Coffee Talk with Soy is looking for dynamic entrepreneurs like yourself. If you're motivated, energetic with a message or product, consider advertising with us. It's a win-win. For more information on those advertising and sponsorship packages, visit the website Coffee Talk with Soy or call me at 515-I-GOT-SOY. And again, that's 515-I-GOT-SOY.
All right, back for more. Back for more, back for more. Listen, if anyone wants to send me an invite for Thanksgiving dinner, I'm coming with my mask. Mask up, and y'all make sure everybody in the house is masked up as as well. It's my little corny joke. Okay. All right, so here we go. Good stuff. Rashada said this is good stuff. Thank you, dear. Thank you. I'm glad you're listening and tuning in. And y'all let me know if this stuff works. I mean, I practice this stuff in my own life, and I'm telling you all to write this stuff down, because there's one thing to learn how to do different things and to be different, but you gotta practice it. And you gotta practice it. And sometimes, I know for me, I would have saw something like, oh my God, that's a good way. The next time that happened to me, I'm gonna try that. But the thing is, we don't retain it. So when it happened, it's like, damn, I done dealt with it the old way. And so I don't know if that new way of doing it would have worked. So we got to write these things down. We got to put them somewhere so that we know where to go get it when it happened. But luckily, Soy's on Facebook. Coffee Talk with Soy is available. If you're not a part of the group, join the group on Facebook, because you're like, damn, Soy was talking about that. Let me go back to the website and go back to the notes in the show and tap into that. And y'all let me know if these things work or not. Okay. All right. So here we go. The next thing, number 5, starve them of the attention they crave. Yeah. Starve them of the attention that they crave. Number five, starve them of the attention they crave. Right? So let's go back to the selfish person having a tantrum because they're not having things their way. And don't fall into that. Don't fall into that. Be firm. You ain't got to be disrespectful. You may want to say, like, you know what, when you get your attitude together, we can talk about this, but I'm not about to go back and forth with you about you being selfish. You firmly say that, and then you exit, drop the mic. So if you got to leave the room, hang up the phone or whatever, but don't sit there and let them guilt you into that emotional tantrum that they're having, okay? Be mindful of that, because that is a part of them controlling the situation. I have a my grandmother, may she rest in peace, had a way of doing that. When she wanted to have her way, and we spoiled her a lot, but when she wanted to have her way, she didn't get it. She would had this little meltdown, and yeah, nobody ever's, and y'all don't ever, and that kind of thing. And not that she was really a self-centered person, but there are times where that behavior right there is a way of controlling the environment. And I'm sure y'all can pull out those family members who do it. The woe is me. They want to be pitiful and just have everybody conform to what they want because they drop tears. Now, if they are the person always controlling and managing and manipulating the situation, and they want to get teary with it, then you're gonna have to stand up to that by not giving them the attention that they're trying to get to control the situation. So exit, get out of there, get out of that. Don't let them rope you in. Don't let them rope you in. Here's another thing, y'all, and I think this is pretty cool too. So, if we don't speak up about who we are and how we feel and tell our loved ones about what we want, they won't know. So you can't sit over there and complain about your spouse being selfish or your friend being selfish when you never impart who you are into the relationship. So you got to bring up things that interest you. Bring up topics that interest you, things that you like to do. Put that to the table. Come up with ways to invite them to do these things with you, as opposed to you going out dealing with other people. If you want to bring that into your relationship, or you want to allow your friends to enjoy some of the things that interest you, bring those things up in those circles and invite others to do it with you. And if it's your first time, it may be a little challenging because you may have to sponsor or orchestrate the event. So if you like to fish and you want to get your partner to fish, you may have to put on a fishing trip. Y'all come fishing, and you may have to go out of your comfort zone a little bit. And that's what it's all about, coming together with someone. Is really, you have your life, they have their life, and you build something together. So you do things together. There are certain people in the relationships and they operate in the relationships as if they're still single. You have these conversations with yourself, these activities, everything is about you. You don't do things to blend you all together. And that is a way of putting up walls. That is a way of allowing selfishness to exist, even if it's not intentional, because there's no joining of the two of you. So try to do those things, bring up those things that interest you to bring your partner along with you. All right. So here we go. Number 777. Stop doing favors for them. Selfish people always ask for favors, but they squirm out of helping you when you need their help. That's how they operate. While it's important to be tolerant and give a selfish friend or partner a chance to change, it is also important not to enable their selfishness, especially if it ends up hurting you. So when a selfish person asks you for too many favors, don't give in and let him or her walk all over you. Assert yourself and make it clear that you don't appreciate being made to feel as if you are not important or as if you are of a lower status. If you get into this position, defend yourself and take that stand by stop doing favors for them. Moving right along. All right, it's getting tougher. It's getting tougher, y'all. It's getting tougher. We're going up to 10 and we're on 8. And 8 says, limit the time you spend together. Limit the time you spend together. Once you realize that someone is too selfish and self-absorbed, it is high time you stay away from them. Limit the time you spend together as much as possible. If you used to have coffee dates or lunch dates, movie dates, basketball, whatever it is that y'all would do together, you may want to stop doing that and limit the time that you may spend with them. If your time is better off spent alone, then spend it with people who are worth your time and not those who are selfish. Not those who are selfish. So here's a question from on Facebook. Playing devil's advocate. What if both are selfish? What if both people are selfish? So here's the thing. So we're having this conversation, right? And bringing forth this topic because someone is unhappy with the way things are going. And in the midst of them identifying what the problem is, they have learned that this person is selfish. And you know when a person is being selfish because you feel that you are removed, you feel isolated, you don't feel valued, you feel alone. And I'm gonna tell you, ain't nothing worse than being in a relationship or in a room or in the company of someone who don't see you. So, playing devil's advocate, if both of them are selfish and both of them are happy with what they're giving and taking, they like it. I love it. But we're having this conversation because someone has come to the conclusion that I am not happy in this relationship because I do not feel valued, I do not feel loved, I do not feel respected, and this person has a selfish um, behavior towards me. That's the conversation. All right. Number 9, actively seek better friends, right? We got to get around better people who respect us, people who know how to treat us, people who know how to share and compromise. That's a healthy setting to be in. So actively seek better friends like me. I'm everyone's best friend. Actively seek better people to be around. Really, truly. Actively seek better people to be around. And if none of these things work, y'all, if you tried everything, and you still are not happy, you still, this person still can't seem to satisfy you, then you may just have to end the relationship. And you know what? And that's not always a bad thing, y'all. It's not always a bad thing to end the relationship, because sometimes you have two people holding on to something that both of them know not working, but no one's brave enough to say, hey, you know what? Let's try something different. Let's exit. Life is too short to be in a situation where you are in agony every day. You are miserable all the time. Both of y'all are so damn miserable that when you get each other's company, it's resentment. Someone's shutting down. There's an argument that's happening, and all because you don't feel valued. There are a lot of problems in a relationship, and it's okay if you have to end the relationship. It's just how you end it. And again, I said that I partner with, because I know life is challenging. I believe in therapy. I am a fan of therapy, and I have therapists who participate on the show from time to time. And when they're not live in the conversation, they're always available by communicating with them through their website. One name I'm going to drop is S11E Professional Counseling, located in the Atlanta area. With the e-visits that are happening due to COVID, it makes it easier for you all to get appointments, because you never have to leave your home. They have software that you can log right into. It's sort of like Zoom, but I believe they have privacy protection. So they don't use Zoom, but they use software similar to Zoom, where you can log right in and have e-visits with professional therapists. So S11E Professional Counseling is one that I'm going to recommend for you today. So seek help and ensuring that you in a good place. Because remember, self-care isn't the same as selfish. You matter and your life matters. Take care of yourself. Do that, do that, do that. And while you're doing that, I want to remind you to visit the website, CoffeeTalkwithSoy.com. We're available there. We love to hear from you. We appreciate you. So visit us, fill out the contact form, and let me know what you think about the show. You may be a person who have a story that you want to share or recommend a guest. You can do that there too by signing up on the guest book. As always, we have a business resource page in which we have contact information for Black-owned businesses, where we have, they're located throughout the country. So it doesn't matter if you're in Atlanta or DC or Florida or Chicago or even on the West Coast. We're partnering to strengthen the community for Black-owned businesses. So visit the website, CoffeeTalkwithSoy.com, and look for our business directory and see if you can find a service there that you can support or partner with. All right, y'all, that's my time. That's my time. That's my time. I have enjoyed chatting with you today, and I hope that some of you have found some good information and found a way out of how to deal with that selfish person in your relationship, and reminding you that self-care isn't the same as selfish. You matter. Your life matters. All right. Y'all have a good week. Have a good week. Have a good week. And I'll see you right here next Saturday for more Coffee Talk with Soy, your new morning show. I'm out, y'all. I'll see you next week.
I just love this show, Coffee Talk with Soy. That is your new morning show where real talk happens every Saturday at 10 a.m. Coffee Talk with Soy from your app store. It's available on iTunes and Google Play. Stay connected, folks, by visiting the website, CoffeeTalkwithSoy.com, as well as looking for us under your social media sites. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under the name Coffee Talk with Soy. Remember, the size of the problem is never the issue. Remember, it's the size of you. Be great because you are awesome. Tell them Soy said so. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. Bye-bye.